Hi everyone, this is Nick. Today is Thursday, August 25th. It's been 2 weeks since I posted my previous update video, and some people have been asking what's going on. So I'm posting this video to let everyone know what's been going on. I've still had no luck recording. I've tried a lot of different things, but nothing seems to work. Nothing helps. Most of the recording I do using Cam Studio. I know it's not the best program out there. I know there are better options out there, Fraps, Camtasia, but for my purposes, Cam Studio has worked rather well. I've tried Fraps and my computer just doesn't like it. I have trouble when I try to record with Fraps. Camtasia works, but the files it makes are flippin' huge. And that's fine if I'm recording something for 10 minutes at a time and then stop there. But if I try to record much longer than that, the files get unwieldy and huge. My computer has a small hard drive to begin with, more on that later, and I really can't record a whole lot at any given time in terms of file size. But if I use Cam Studio, I can record something like Resident Evil for an hour and a half at a time, and the file would be like 1.5 gigabytes, and that's perfectly fine for my needs. All of the Resident Evil videos I've recorded, except for my Jill run in Resident Evil 1, have been me recording straight through for over an hour at a time, and it worked well. The way I would do those would be to record everything and then have one huge file, split that up into smaller files, and post those smaller files. When I recorded Resident Evil 3 with Flocker, I recorded all of the gameplay in one run, and then we both watched the video files of that together and did our commentary on it. It was simple and it worked. But for some reason I can't record with Cam Studio anymore. I think it's a problem with the codecs. The codec I used to use was FFD Show, and it worked well. You know, all of the videos I recorded with it are a testament to the fact that it worked. But for some reason, when I try to use the FFD Show codec now, I get an error message, and then it says, "Oh, sorry, this codec doesn't work. Would you like to use the default compressor?" And the default compressor sucks. I've tried all sorts of different codecs, and none of them work as well as I got FFD Show to work. Some of the uncompressed codecs make enormous files, you know, like a gigabyte for 10 minutes or something, and if I'm recording Resident Evil, that just won't fly. It just doesn't work. Because I don't need that kind of quality. I don't need uncompressed quality if I'm recording Resident Evil. No one's gonna notice, oh hey, this guy used an uncompressed filter thing for it. So it's really not gonna matter. So those codecs are right out. Some of the other codecs have an extremely low frame rate no matter what settings I choose for them. So it's extremely jumpy and laggy and awful. So those are right out. I've tried the DivX codec and it works beautifully for about 3 minutes, but after that the frame rate starts to drop off and everything gets laggy and slow. So for the first 3 minutes it'll look great, but after that it just looks awful. I don't know what happened. I don't know why FFD Show doesn't work anymore. It's probably some other thing that I installed that created some kind of conflict or got rid of a DLL file I needed. I'm not really sure, but at this point it looks like the only option I have is to reformat my entire computer. But even if I do that, I'm still going to have problems. My computer itself is dying. In case you've been wondering about what picture I have for this video, I took the picture a while ago and now I'm recording the audio for this update video. So yes, that's my computer. It's a laptop. I got it in May of 2005 because the computer I had before that, well, some bastard broke into my dorm room and stole it. So I had to get this one. And it worked great for everything I needed to do with it. I could do AutoCAD, I could do SolidWorks on it, I could do anything I needed to do for it for my classes. and it worked fine. It did everything I needed it to be able to do. And I had the computer since then. After a couple of years, well, the problem started. It started with one green line a bit to the right of the center of the screen, and I thought, oh, that's unfortunate, but I guess I can deal with it. And as time went on, more and more of these lines showed up, and it's been this bad for over a year now, maybe 2, and honestly, I've just learned to deal with it. It really sucks if I'm trying to watch a video or read anything or do anything on the computer, but I deal with it because it's what I have. And I mean, it doesn't affect my recordings at all. I can kind of tune it out, but still, it's really annoying. It really sucks to watch a video through lines like this, and if you try to read anything, it really sucks because some of the lines line up with the letters, and it gets confusing. Well, okay, is that a T or is that an R with a line through it? I run into that problem all the time. I have to move the window around to get the letters to go between the lines, between the rows of lines, columns of lines, to see what it is. And I can't even see the clock in the bottom right-hand corner of the screen right now. Yeah, sure, I could move the bar around to somewhere else, but that's not the point. The point is the screen sucks and there's nothing I can do about it. And on top of that, the computer has other problems. I mentioned before it has a small hard drive, and it does, it's the hard drive that came with the laptop, and it was fine for, what I needed to do with it. I didn't need to store all sorts of huge files on here, but 65 gigabytes nowadays is laughably small. I mean, I can relate it to the first computer I had in high school, which had a 4 gigabyte hard drive, and it was an E-machine, so that was another level of nightmare, but I'm not even going to get into that. Anyway, on top of that, this computer has even more problems, like overheating. Oh boy, does it overheat. The CPU and motherboard temperature are both over 90 degrees Celsius. I'm pretty sure one of the fans broke or something. There's not a whole lot I can do about that. Before, one of the fans would screech and make a lot of noise, and I'm pretty sure that fan broke down, and that's why it's overheating so much right now. It doesn't help that it's hot outside. In this room it's hot. It's August, so the computer can't really dissipate its heat efficiently if the ambient temperature is high. And yeah, it's just problem on top of problem, so even if I do reformat, it's not going to be a good fix. It's not going to be a long-term fix. I'm going to need a new computer. Now, I know PCs are superior to laptops in pretty much every way, but for my purposes, I'm going to need to buy a laptop. I'm going to need something mobile. And I'm looking, I've been looking around for different laptops, and I'm trying to see what I can find. If anyone has any good recommendations, I'd appreciate hearing about it. Because, yeah, I'm sure anyone's... I've shown this to a couple of my friends, and they've been horrified by what they've seen. Horrified or rolled over laughing, or both. But, yeah, this isn't... This just ain't suitable. So I need to get something new. And I'm working on doing that. I don't know. I haven't made any firm decisions on that yet. But anyway, yeah. The point is, my computer is dying. I'm having trouble recording, and I'm gonna need to start over from scratch probably. Even if I reformat this, I don't have any guarantee that I can get it recording again. I hope that I'd be able to, but yeah, it's just bad. So I'll keep you updated about what's going on. I'll post more update videos about other things, maybe tomorrow if I feel like it, an update video on another subject. So until then, thank you for being patient, and I will keep you updated about what's going on. I can't record myself playing games on this computer, but I can at least record update videos or do commentary on other people's videos along with them. So that's something, I guess. And yeah, let you know what's going on. I'll keep you posted. Until then, thank you for being patient, and have a good day.